Today we're going to talk about Chi Sao on the center line. And we're also going to make a tape from this. Pretty lucky. We have the good fortune of having Grandmaster Moy Yat, my Sifu, here, who is the top in his field of Kung Fu. I also have with me my Kung Fu brothers from New York, Kevin Martin, my Sihing, the Sifu in New York also. My Kung Fu brother William Moy is my Sifu's son. And also my Kung Fu brother Joe, and my younger brothers come along. And we're all from the SSA, which is my teacher's Special Student Association. We are disciples of Grandmaster Moy Yat. So to become a Sifu, you have to be a special student, and it's to be a disciple. In other words, don't ever learn from anybody unless they themselves are a disciple. And don't become a Sifu unless you yourself are a disciple. It's just not fair to students. If you're ever going to be a Sifu, you better make sure you know what you're doing. And make sure that your connections are in line, or your ducks in a row, so to speak. Or else your students will suffer. So when we have an opportunity to have my teacher here, you should come out fully supported. Not just because, you know, it's an opportunity to do something, a videotape or whatever, but really to plug into the Kung Fu, which is what my Sifu is, the Kung Fu. And we do our best to represent him and to represent the Wing Chun system and just spread the martial arts as much as possible. That is, spreading the martial arts done the correct way. Yeah. So without any further ado, my teacher.
Because later on I have to do something.
You want to say it better?
No. Can we get this direction?
Turn it this way. Okay, you want that way.
It's good. We do have been talking about center line, and also we have 3 tapes about Chi Sao. Both center line and Chi Sao, only Wing Chun system have it. In other words, the other system, the other style, they don't have this theory. Chi Sao and center line, only Wing Chun style have it. So we could say there is the theory inside our Kung Fu family. Suppose every Wing Chun brother and sisters know about the center line and the Chi Sao. But today I'm here first to explain the nature of both center line and Chi Sao. Secondly, the relationship between the center line and Chi Sao. So after you understand this both nature, then I believe you will improve a lot about your Chi Sao. As I mentioned before, we only need Chi Sao and the center line in the family, I mean Wing Chun family. So there's nothing to do with fighting, because Chi Sao is an exercise to let you to practice how the hand go on the center line to protect your body. Nothing to do with fighting. Okay? So what I'm trying to say today is center line within Qi Sao purpose, not center line for something else, because center line could be something else. How are we going to decide where is the center? This is the human body. This part from the shoulder down to the joint here. This is the body. The middle of the body, we call it center. And from the center here, let's say this line here, half to the left hand shoulder, half from the right hand shoulder. This is the center line too. So in other words, we have a center line from the head all the way down here. And we also have a center line stick out from the middle of the body here. This center line here could be higher, could be lower. Let's say this guy little bit lower, smaller. So his center line suppose lower. And this center line here, and this guy, because he's kind of short, so his center line, you could call this high center line. This is like everybody have the same center line. Same one here. This one everybody have the same, because this is let's say A, and here's B. Everybody have the same. So this center line here. But this center line stick out the center line. If I'm tall, might be here. You shorter, maybe a little bit lower. So that's why when we do Qi Sao, the tall one have to bend a little bit, the hand will drop down a little bit, because the center line, not using his center line, or not using this one center line. Got to be in between. If his center line will be here. This guy, let's say this guy is red A. Red A, shorter, so his center line is here. This blue B, center line here. So if happen blue B Qi Sao with red A, so blue B have to put the hand into here, and this A have to go here too. So they have a center line for both B and A. They both use this center line. If these two persons Qi Sao together, they have to use this center line. You cannot use his original center line or use this guy's center line. Have the in between. So that's why tall guy gotta be bent down or have the horse little bit low to get the center line in between of my center line and the shorter guy's center line. So that's why. Or this shorter fellow have they need a narrow horse to make his center line a little bit higher to match the partner. Otherwise, you cannot do chi-sao. Because a guy's hands here and the other guy's hand is here. Then not chi-sao. Chi-sao is sticking hand. Suppose both hands together. If one hand up here, one hand up here, and you still call chi-sao, this is not chi-sao. These two hands are apart. So you have to bring two hands together. Center line. If you are on the center line, then it means you blocking. I gotta give you a name for this center line. I mean A and B center line, and this is a center line. Let's say this center line. Okay. This center line. That's what we're fighting for. Because this center line, you don't have to fight. You have it automatically, this center line. Everyone have it. So this center line have to face the other guy's center line. Okay? I mean, A-B center line. A-B center line. Each person have it already. So you have to, let's say, A-B center line face A-B center line. But now we talk about center line, the body center line. Now we discuss the body center line. That's what we've been talking about here. Using the shorter one center line or use the taller one. Both no good. You have to use a center line in between. So if happen a tall fellow chi-sao with a short one, and that center line not belong to either one, in between. So that's why very difficult for you to adjust in the right position, your hands in the right position, because I have to put it like if standard one, look, I put my center line here. This is my center line. But happen I have chi-sao with a shorter guy. I have to drop a little bit. So my center one will be here. Center line here. This is my standard one. So whenever I do here, okay, here, okay, I'm in the center line. But happen I have to drop a little bit, so I have to do it like this. This is not that easy to put it accurate there. Sometimes a little bit too much, and sometimes a little bit too low. Because this is like not my standard one. If my standard one from here, just go. This is my standard one. But I have to go like this, or I go away. Go away. Have to come back, not the standard one. If come back the standard one, easy. So sometimes I go away from center line and I go back to center line. See, very easy. Go back to center one. But after go away, I have to come back to someone. I mean, some center line, not the center one. That is very difficult. The other person have the same problem. Whenever he go away, he come back, not the standard one. If you come back the standard one, okay, but you have to come back like lower or a little bit higher. Then you need a lot of kung fu. Now, after you could adjust your center line, which is not belong to you, almost like everybody chi-sao with the partner. Unless you measure same height, then you will have the same level of center line. Otherwise, you have to adjust a little bit lower. The other one has to be a little bit higher to make it in between. So after you have no problem, I mean, you need a lot of chisel to do it. Now, talk about finding the center line. This center line is the body center line. Is this center line? Let's say A, B. This center line is the body center line. Now, if you have the body center line, it means you could get into someone's boundary. Because if this is a human body, so this is a 180. So you had here, this is the area you have to protect. If you hand reach here, so this is the area you're supposed to protecting you. This is the area. This is the area you protect. So we have a center line here. If you hand occupy the center line, like this whole area, nothing can come in. Because you have two hands, not only one. See, this is the area you're supposed to block. But you have your center line, I mean your hand on the center line, and the other one on the center line, both on the center line. Like you feel this area, your area is supposed to protect this. And you occupy the center line, it means you occupy this whole area. No hands or techniques could come into your boundary. So if both Wing Chun guys, both have the same area to protect with, they both have the same area to protect. The blue one has to protect this area. The red one also has to protect his area. So the blue one, if you put the hand on the center line, and this red one put on the center line, since the most important organ is lined up here, so the whole body is blocking. But you cannot afford always like this, the other guy like that, occupy the center line and both stand there like a fool. Then make no sense. Oh, that's the way how I protect myself, you know, so always like this. And the other guy do the same, so stand there. We have to move. So make some difference. We check the skill, we check the sensitive. If I move away, see how much you could do. If I move away, you don't know what to do, your hand still there. So I move away, change a different angle and get into you. But since we have some loose, last out means the hand off, my hand goes straight. So both hands there, if one of them loose, the other one go. Both hands are supposed to occupy half of the center line. If one drop, the other one go and get him. Because he go away from the center line. Go away from the center line means the open the door. So the other one come in there. Otherwise, you occupy half, and the other guy occupy half and can't go in. Can't go in. No way. You cannot go into there. But one of them, either loose, go. Up, go. Too low, go. See? So, each person have to supposed to occupy line number 1 here. This red thing is the center line. So suppose you occupy both hands inside the center line, like half. Of course, this is impossible. Maybe you teach out for an hour, half at once. Both have half of the center line, Very difficult to be this way. So always, sometimes, this guy, let's say A guy on the top of the center line. So B, where's B? B is outside the center line on the top. Do you agree? If A on the center line top already, so no room for B go into the center line, go inside. If the center line like this big, so the A occupy the top and on the top. Just on the top, on the surface of his hand, outside the center line. Do you agree? Yeah. So, if here, off the center line, outside the center line, so A could go into B, right? But whenever it going on halfway, maybe the B use some energy, make his head into the center line also. Then A cannot do the technique. So A have to change into another technique. That's why during Qisao we create so many different techniques. Sometimes A kind of slow. He occupied the center line, and B from the top, suppose off the center line, but go into the center line and make A off the center line, then go into A. It happened a lot. So this is like why sometimes you on the top like Fuksao and go away. We call indoor. Go into, let's say if I play B on the top of the center line, but let's say this A Kung Fu not that good. He occupies some center line though, but my hand better. So I go in the bottom and go in the center line, get into A. And this is very easy to bounce A's hand off the center line because he is almost off the center line, just occupy a little bit. So, but I go. Then you say, wow, this kind of Kung Fu that's kind of like difficult. How could I tell his hand is on the top of the center line? So that needs a lot of experience, which I can teach you. But the theory is like this, okay? So now here, if my hand on the bottom of the center line, so your hand is off the center line underneath. If the center line is like this, mine is on the bottom, just at the bottom. So yours under mine. So yours off, but not on top. In the bottom. Do you agree this? Okay. So, but if I'm kind of slow, I occupy the bottom of the center line, and the other guy even lower off, but he come up, get into the center line. Then very easy to press down my hand off the center line, like opposite of this. Do you agree? No questions? Okay. So that is how we fighting for the center line. Okay. Now today I will have something very interesting thing for you guys to do. Anyone want to come up volunteer to to check this, so you could tell like, oh, he's using 1, he's using 2, this guy using 3. So come up here to do some, to prove how to fight for the center line. Anyone want to come up? Come on.
Charles, Steve.
Come on. Okay. Come on. Now, you do down chi sao. You with, yeah, okay, with this. Okay, now. So from this section, you could tell who's taller. Steve, right?
Pretty close.
He's got more hair.
I mean, the hands, he's taller. Now, you have to be like, okay, now it's even. Okay. Now even, this center line. If this center line is something wrong, they occupy half and half, right? I mean, talk about this level. Half. See? So if the white one, let's say white and black, okay? So the white one, go down a little bit. So he occupied most of the center line. He almost off the center line by the bottom. You agree? Okay. The other way. Black one up. The white one almost off the center line. See? Let's say like this. So if the center line like this, so the black one occupy the top of the center line, and the white ones are off, right? Okay. In this case, if the black one go, yeah, just straight. So easy, very easy to go in because nothing in his way, nothing in the black way. Okay. So the white one's out. Okay now. If now, before anything happened, both even occupy half of the center line. Either one try to go in. Let's say start with black one first. You go in. See, block because you only have halfway. You cannot go through. You do the same. You go in. Block because you have halfway. See, so we have some tricks. Let's say if you want to go, then you turn your hand. By turning your hand, you bounce his hand out of center line. Look. Suppose like this. But I want to turn my hand into this, then go. So I have to like move out a little bit. I mean, I do it on purpose so you could see. I move it out a little bit, so the right hand will out. Then I change. So now his hand is absolutely out. My hand could go. You understand this? So now, when the black hand go out that direction and change into go, change. Now go. And he got it because the center line he occupied off. The right hand off the center line. Okay? Now the right hand want to go in. Now it's half and half. And even, okay? So you want to go, they have a trick, let's say. I understand. Have a trick. Also like this, I have to like hold my fist, then go. Instead of just go like this, no use. I have to change it into a punch. Okay? So now, when I holding my fist like this, then go. Still even, go. But when I holding my fist, which one is he does? Number 2 or number 3? See?
2.
2? No. You're wrong. Neither 2 nor 3. Because this talk about down and up. Now what he does is this side and go. And what he does, what the right hand want to do, which one? Let's say start with the even now. The right one want to go. What? Number 3, right? Because he pressed down, make his hand, make the black hand line underneath of the center line. So underneath of the center line. Number 3, if he want to do something, if he want to attack him, have to use this method. Down, so he out of the center line, you go. Okay? So you down and go. Okay. And if he want to use the center line, neither these 2, because sideways. Go here and turn and go. So neither this one, you understand? But I didn't have a diagram for the sideways, only higher and low. But suppose have a diagram like bounce the hand off to the side, and you occupy the whole center line, then go. Okay, now that's why we Chisao looks to the outside. Oh, always lowering hand there. What good about? See, there is what we've been doing here. Have a center line here to fight to occupy the center line. So we could let's say bounce his away, then you occupy the whole center line, then go. And you could press him down the center line, so he's off the center line, and you go. So that is why we need the Chisao program, fight for the center line. So both have a center line here, A, B, center line here. Both. Center line, like facing the center line. Then sometimes if you make his center line this way, go. Sometimes if you make this center line down, then go. So all this, but this is not enough. Because single hand Chisao just train us very, very few techniques to protect the center line. Since we have 2 hands, why not we use another hand to protect the center line instead of always like one hand occupy the center line? It's not strong enough, so we put 2 hands there. Since we put 2 hands on the center line, make it very strong to protect. You put 2 hands, I put 2 hands too. So now you put 2 hands. Okay, now 2 hands. You have 2, he has 2, 4 hands to fight for the center line. Okay. This will have a lot of trick there. Okay. So the center line could be this big. The center line could be 2 center lines. Let's say one for the black one, maybe center line here. And here also he occupy most or less. And another center line like so 2 center line. This is center line. 4 arms here. The blue might fight for side to side, fight like I bounce your hand to the left. But the white one, the red one, let's say, might be try to press his hand away from bottom. This part you guys understand? So this is both on the center line from the top looking down. Both on the center line. I mean 4 hands on the center line. Black hands on the center line, white hands on the center line. Yeah? But inside this center line, this hand, the black one may be pressed down a little bit to occupy the center line. So his hand is off the center line on the bottom. And this one here, he might, the black one again, might be bounced away from the right. So occupy the whole center. And the white hand off from the right. So the black one could go in. You guys agree? Okay. And sometimes the white occupy the center line on the top, but in the bottom here he lose. So that's the even. You want to do something, you must occupy 2 of the center line, 2 hand center line. You occupy together, then you could do something. You agree? Otherwise, you do here and the bottom got attack. So make no sense. So if I attack you the top hand, you attack me from the bottom. That's a break even. No good. If it happen like this, you rather don't do anything. Then change your position. Lowering your hand, lowering your hand. If you feel tired, lowering your hand. That's lowering hand. Change the position. Yeah. Then you low. You change the position. You might have a better position for certain center line. For the top one or for the bottom one. Someone, they are specialists. Get the top one, always occupy the center line. And the bottom one, by chance, sometimes occupy, sometimes not occupy. But soon the bottom one occupy the center line and the top one go. And someone specialist always occupy the bottom one, and whenever the top one have chance to occupy, then go. This part you understand? Sounds like impossible, but it happened that way. Okay? Some guy all the time off the center line, both up and down. 2 center lines, always off. So he always kept it up, all the hands come in. That's why. Okay? So today I would like you guys come up here. Another person come up here. Don't feel bad if you do something wrong. It's not ashamed, because you are a student, you want to learn. So by the way, everybody here learn. So
JT.
Okay. Come on. Okay. So now you okay. I want it one by one. Okay, one by one. No. You stand over there. Stand over there. Okay, now you do some simple technique, such as looks out like this, punch, and change the hand, do this and do that, and then I want him explain how his hand go into you, like bounce the hand off this way or that way or this way or this way to get in, but this one off the center line. So no good. See how much they could tell us. Okay, so you just do some technique slowly. If you could see some, you stop them right away and tell us why he got him or he got him. Okay? I just don't believe they both occupy equally so many times. Surprise me, they're doing so good, always even, so can do nothing. Okay, so you tell.
See, raise his hand up to Charles' food so high.
So his hand off the center line from the top or from the left or from the right, you have to tell.
Too high. Food so too high.
So it means that off the center line on the top off. Okay. So let's say if this is if this is center line, so could be off here, could be off here, could be off here, and off here. Here's up. This down. This is left. This is right. Okay. Now you tell his hand off from where? Oh, from up. Okay. Okay. Keep doing and show us some techniques. Okay, so you tell how?
Goes off and down to concept.
He have two center line though. Which one doing what? You have to tell both center line.
Steve's hooks out, push the concept down.
And then how about the top one? You have to notice both hand. Yeah. For example, let me do it. See? For example, like this, okay? And
get out the way, Steve.
then down, his hand down here. But this one, I'm on the center line, but this way, no? See? And can I do something?
Sure.
Then I'm too cute, though. See? All of this, no good. I got to be mine on the center line. He have half, I have half, even here. But this one here, I go. See? Or this one, my left got half of the center line. So I'm saying even, okay? And here, the right one got half. But I bounce his hand off, and this one still got half here. So, this is the right manner to do chisao, to use techniques. Not like this one like this, and this one. Yeah, I got him though, because I bounce out and do it. But this hand like this, no good. Suppose, in my hand like this, but this moment, he do something already. Because here, half and half, here is even, down here is even. I do something like this, that moment, you have to change your hand to do something. I'm off, one hand off. So you have to behave both hands, one even, the other one, this one even, and this one could do something. This one bounce away and go. Or down, go. This way, go. But by that moment, when I'm doing that, and his hand change, he's not letting you do whatever you want to do, So they create a lot of techniques. Okay? So got to be one hand do it even, and the other hand occupy the whole center line. In that condition, you could do something. Otherwise, lowering hand. Look for chance. Sometimes when you change your hand, for example, let's say my outdoor hand changing to indoor. This is outdoor. this is indoor. When I change my hand indoor, then bounce his hand off, and this one up here even, then I go. By changing your hand to get the chance, this one here, I didn't change my hand, but I make the chance right there. His hands are off. And what else you guys see? This, my right hand here. How about my left hand? Look. What you see?
You pushed him out of the palm to the center line.
How about my hand? Also off the center line, right? Okay. This one even, but this one, his hand off the center line far away, but my hand off the center line also. And I could do something. Is it right? No, wrong. So, even my hand off center line, his hand off center line also not allowed to do anything. Why? Because we don't want you to waste too much space, too much distance, then cause you walk longer way your hand. We don't like it. That's not Wing Chun style. Wing Chun style, you need the most less, minimum distance. You could do it. That is Wing Chun style. Look, my right hand even. This hand little bit down. I still in the center line, and his hand is off the center line already. Just off. My hand, let's say on the center line's bottom. So his hand is off. Then I go. This part you understand? So you guys from now on doing Chi Sao, make sure the right hand even, the left hand even, change. This one even, this one even. That is the right manner to do Chi Sao. Nothing like this. That's not Chi Sao. But you see a lot, don't laugh, you might Chi Sao that way. See a lot of guys Chi Sao this way, that way, you know? They don't know what the hell is center line. They never dream about. Now, you understand what is center line, right? How you like it? You enjoy it? So this center line put into Chi Sao, look this way. Okay? So now you do something. You do something. So let everyone see you guys. Okay now. Chi Sao. Looks up. Come on, looks up. So you guys slowly looks up. So you guys observe who's occupy most of the center line, who always pass the hand down or put it to the left, put it to the right, try to fight for the center line, who's more reasonable, who is kind of slow, you could tell. Feel free to do whatever. Now, because you guys are kind of nervous maybe, so feel free to do your style, use your style and do it. Okay, stop. Because the height different, so sometimes not that easy to have like equal position. Reasonable one. This pair one taller, one shorter, even more difficult. See? So, and if you always find someone same height to practice, kind of difficult. And one is a big arm, one is skinny, that also comes. Because I have a big one, like I occupy the whole center line. You skinny, like you occupy a little bit. That you understand if a center line is this big. If you arm big, like you occupy the whole thing. But if you skinny, you occupy a little bit. So what are you going to do? Oh, twin have more energy? No. You have to respect the partner's hand. For example, you're the biggest one. See, mine is skinny, yeah? Look. See, compare with his so big, okay? So if, let's say, I put my hand here, you put your hand out. See? His hand is off the center line already. Because I occupy center line, see? I prove I'm right, see? And okay, again, I put my hand here, you go. See, also, I could hit him because I'm on the center line. He's not. So you have to do like this and make my hand off center line, okay? So I put my hand here on my center line. See, I still hit you. So you have to occupy the center line. You hear me? Okay. My hand. Okay. Then I cannot do nothing. And he gonna do something to me because he occupies center line. I'm off. Come on, do something. See? So he occupied the center line. He could do something. I'm off the center line. I cannot do nothing. Okay? So, but since my hand is on my center line, come on. You make my hand go, okay? My hand is on my center line and stand up. Oh. See? There's no respect. Because 至少 or practice like cooperate, both him and myself got to be like, let you do this, let me do that, like be fair. Instead of you on the center line, so what? Because I'm strong, I make your hand away. See? So if you happen you're very strong, then you always occupy the center line for no reason. I mean, I want to occupy center line. I don't care all the rules. You know, you're in the center line already. I don't care, but I bounce it away. That's not Tisa. That's fighting. Yeah, because I have power, so I do whatever I like to do. See? So my hand here on my center line. See, and he didn't push my hand away. So, but he just make it like even. Then I cannot do nothing. Because he also put his hand on his center line. This is the right man. Very good. Suppose this way. Yes?
I have a question on that. How do you know who goes first to the center line? Is it by, if you're a younger brother or sister would allow the older brother or sister to put their hand on center line first? Or what does, I understand what the respect, but how do you know who goes there first?
Okay. This is not abstract. Very easy to tell who's right, who's wrong. Like you say, from a Sidai, from Siheng, a guy never practiced sloppy hands. Very easy to tell who always occupy, who not occupy. So that's by the feeling. You feel it because you stand here and you hand down, and if you feeling some energy going this direction, you feel it by feeling, okay? But not by watching or not by arrange. Actually, this is a very good question. If someone teaches out, look, I got to let you occupy most of the time, okay? You occupy the center line, you occupy the top, bottom, that's not Wing Chun. So you need a lot of practice, you need a lot of sensitive, you need a lot of experience to tell like who occupy the center line. That's why you need the motion by lowering hand. Looks out, change the position, then you feel, oh, he not in the center line, then you hand go. You don't have to wait until the brain like give order. You feel it, like say, hand go this way, then you know. Or the hand go this way, or the hand go this way, you feel it, you know. And how you feel it, then you have to learn it by a lot of qi sao. Start with the basic kung fu, step by step. Okay? You get your answer?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So now talk about respect someone's hands. By the way, I tell you a story. Imam was this small size. And whenever he cheats out with a big guy, the big guy get in trouble. Have to do this way. See? So small. And his hand always in the center line. Because he been playing Kung Fu for so long and he always like play, that's his tansao, okay? Like this. And then change like this. Okay. Because he's small, he have to do tansao like this. If he do tansao like this, he never touch your hand. So his tansao is like this, like this. Always like that. Then he always on the center line. Then you lower your body down and try to always outside the center line, try a little bit, and then you give up. After 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You don't want to sit up with him. Because he always occupies center line. You respect his arm. Then you say, you're so big, you just bounce his hand away. No, you're not supposed to. That's what I mean. So you put out the hand here. And I put my hand here. Okay? So that moment, I use one hand to show you. Look, again. Now it's even. Put your hand up. So this is not even. I got him. See? So this is just one hand example. But two hands you might difficult to see. Okay? So two hands, I feel this hand is kind of loose. And these hands are okay. What I'm going to do, after next change, change. Because this hand loose, on the top, loose. I cannot do nothing. Because with two hands, only one hand you could attack. We don't have much techniques to use two hands to attack. We do, but not too many. Most of them got to be one blocking, like make sure it's okay, protecting yourself, protecting the center line, and the other one attack. These are most of them like that. But sometimes we do have two hands to go together. Okay. So now, if I have a feeling, the top one, he kind of loose. Loose is off center line. Let's say if he go, suppose like here, like this, here, is even. But he loose, it means like off the center line. If the center line could be this way, so away from the center line. Then it means like he's off center line. If he loose, no matter this way, that way, 4 directions away from the center line from any direction. It means like his hands are off center line, let's say. Now, if I feel the upper center line, like they have 2 center lines, the upper one, I feel loose. It means either he off the center line or almost off the center line. Look, then I come down. Then this time, the lower center line, before it's on the top, then I change it into lower center line, and I occupy the center line by that moment. Then I do something. So, look, now the top one is loose. I change it into lower one, then I go. That's why always like it changes the boom. See? That is what it means. You guys understand? So qi sao, you feel it, they want lose, then change into different position. You have change into some, or you do some. If the lower one you lose, then I go right away. I don't have to wait until change position. So you understand this pattern? Okay. So, okay, you guys been here for so long. Go back.
Jason G.
It happened. Okay. So now you have two dances.
Two.
Do you know how to do this? Okay. Let's change hand. You took both. Change hands. So looks out, change the hand from indoor, change it to outdoor. Okay, change. You don't know how to do.
Oh yeah.
Change the hand from outdoor, change into indoor. So if they have two center lines, one on the top, one on the bottom, two center lines on the center. So one of them change. Sometimes on the top one, you want to change. Sometimes the bottom one, they want to change. So that moment, if change, it means like one of the hand get off, right? So we have the same. If the hand off, then the hand goes straight. So let's say, okay, you could stop. Let's say, if this hand go away, and you're supposed to stay. I'm not telling you to go away. You have to obey me. You go away. Go away, not that far, just a little bit, then go away. So you hand go straight. Okay? So you occupy half a center line, and you feel no hand there. Like with common sense, the center line is open, empty. Is it right?
Yeah.
You agree? Let's say you occupy half, because half is blocking, but you feel like empty. The center line empty, so you could go, right? So you boom, go. That's why if you feel loose, you could go. Forget about you don't feel nothing there. You don't feel his hands around, then the center line is empty, so you can go. And if loose, you could go. Loose, but you still touching, but loose, you could go. Maybe go halfway. The other hand come back to the center line. So you cannot do nothing and block there. That's why. Okay? So if the hand go away, empty and go. But sometimes the hand off and his hand still there, don't know what to do because he's sensitive, not that good. So he cannot go, he don't know to go. Stay there. Okay? So that means like he against, he's not good enough to chisel with the other one. So the other one always get him. You know? So that means like he's a sidai. His kung fu is better than his. So sometimes I see him, we check the sidai. See, go away from the center line on purpose. Just go. See how much he could do. Okay, you go away. Hit him hard. Boom. Okay, do it again. And look south first. And all of a sudden you can go away. Not hard enough. Okay, so now this part you guys understand, right? Okay. So see him, 至少有 sit down. Always let him occupy the center line. Sometimes press down, sometimes this way, make his hand off center line and play him. But you see him himself got to know all of this, always in a good position, always occupy center line, sometimes push a little bit this way, that way, and do something. Or go away, right way for a minute and his hand still there. You know, then you know what to do next. And tell him, soon I go this, then you come to me, you know, and teach him how to do. So there is a lot of fun to teach Siddha eyes. Sometimes you pay him, let's say, I'm going to talk you, okay? So, if I go like this much, you ain't coming. Okay. Then I go this much, you ain't coming. Wow, it's very good. I go that much, and he's ain't coming, you know. But the sensitive he got, I could afford go away for a long, long time. I saw you. See, I slow motion what I did. Come back here. He still not hit me yet. See how long I go? Look, from here, here, and make a circle like this big, and come back here. He still not hit me yet. Otherwise, boom, like this. Okay, you know. But after I make a circle like this big, you think about if I make a circle smaller, I hit him. He's still like dreaming, right? You agree? I make a circle like this big, come back, and his hand still not come. So I make a small circle like this, and he still don't know what to do. Then, you agree? Yeah. So then it's to train your hand like go make a big circle. Like take longer time, go back to the center line. Off the center line, 1, 2, 3. Then go back to the center line. Yeah. So that is telling the difference. Wow, good Kung Fu guy, bad Kung Fu guy. See, Wing Chun have a center line. Train your sensitive. Train your hand go, afford to go for a big circle, come back, and so have a lot of fun by doing Qi. Okay, this is like talk about off the center line and come back. Okay, so if you have good Kung Fu, you could afford to make a big circle, come back and do some to your Kung Fu brother. Sometimes, if I make a circle like this big, cannot get him. Next week, I have to make a circle that's smaller. Same, I still could get him. So, few months later, I have to make a circle like very, very small and get him. And if after a year I check him again, then have a circle, then he can come in. Wow. Then I hardly go away. I cannot make any circle to Qi with him. Because have a circle and he coming already. Like half circle is kind of loose. You know? So then I say, wow, you okay? Then I train him with something else. That is the way to train the younger brothers or the teacher student, by making a big circle. That's how you tell how his Kung Fu grow up. You don't have a meter, whatever to check him, or a computer to check him. How come you know? This is getting good and very good, very good. Because that, making big circle, small circle, half circle, and his hand coming. Then, first, a few minutes ago, I mentioned you have to respect his hand. Because have a circle, his hand come in. You're not going to complete the circle and then do something. No. Have a circle, his hand come in. Then you have to change. So instead of making the circle, you have to do something. Yeah? Changing the another technique. Instead of being stubborn and have to complete the circle. Even small one and you got hit whatever. No, don't do that. So have a circle and his hand coming, it means he have He have sensitive. He want to do something. Then you have to respect his movement. Then you have to change your hand into something else to do something. This part you understand? Then also means respect the partner's hand. Not just you want to do, then you do it. Or you cannot do it, still do it. That's not chisao. Because again, chisao is not to fight to be better than the other. Chisao is to discuss how the hand come in, how the hand have sensitive or not, and respect the partner's hand to practice. You do more chisao, you have better sensitive. You could make the circle from big into smaller and smaller and no circle. And you could do something right there, and you could do bounce his hand away, then do something, and you feel this loose, you change down here, you do something. So all the different techniques to check the partner, see how much he could do. That's the way to practice your Kung Fu by doing chisao. Any questions about center line?
When one plays the chisao,
Yeah.
it's better to not like think of a strategy, but just keep on playing. Like when they play it, to not think I'm gonna go left, I'm gonna go right. Just but feel sensitivity to the other opponent's hand.
Then like you driving a car, never turn. You know, keep going, right? And never turn. Even the dead end, you still go, right? That's your answer. Okay? So any more questions? So I explained before, if you don't have chance to do something, you cannot always lowering hand there. Lowering hand there, it doesn't mean both always occupy half a center line. That's impossible. You hear that part? So since impossible, must have something happen there. After 1, 2 looks out, you have to do something. I mean, either one have to do something. If you have 10 times looks out there, they're telling me that's not true. Or both slow, both stupid. Let's say some loose hand, you still don't know how to do something. You agree this part? Because it's impossible. Keep lowering hands, still occupy half of the center line, up and down, half, always even, always even. Impossible. After 1, 2, 3, you must either one have to make mistake. Then that mistake, some technique have to come out. This part, I hope you understand, okay? So if no question, that is about the center line on chisao, okay? Thank you.
All right, everybody can get up and take a little break, stretch your legs out and all that.